So we're definitely here at Michigan's Adventure today, and it's not warm, which is good. It's, you know, it's a neutral temperature, and there's not many people here so far. We just got here early in the morning, and it seems like a good day.
Yeah, Monday might be the way to go.
Yeah, Monday. Who would have thought Mondays being a good theme park days? But yeah, super excited. Michigan's Adventure. It's a Cedar Fair park, and let's go check it out. So we just got off the Wild Mouse ride, and this is the exit. It's kind of cool. It's covered. So yeah, that was your standard Wild Mouse ride, and not your standard wait. It took like an hour to wait to do the ride, so we should have done that first. But my line of thinking was, it's the closest ride to the entrance, so maybe, you know, do that first, get it out of the way before the line gets super big later on. But no, they aren't so good at loading this ride. Yeah, don't do this ride first. Let's check out this general store, Toys and Teas. They have some message bears. Get well soon, kissable, thank you, another get well soon. I guess lots of sick people come here. Ooh, they have like raccoon hats. Those are only $10 up there. Tie-dye shirts that say Michigan's Adventure, $20. Ooh, look at this guy. Ooh, we'll have to ride that Ferris wheel later on. So we're making our way to Shivering Timbers, which is on the back side of the park, I think. We actually passed it on our way to the parking lot, which I'll try and put some footage in right now of what it looks like from the parking lot. Ooh, look at the fountains. Ooh, and there's our Swans, I think, right? Ooh, this is their log flume ride. They got one of these mining troughs over here where you put the dirt in and the water comes in and takes all the regular dirt away. So we're in line to do Loggers Run right now. It's their log flume that we passed by. It's kind of fun. Hopefully we get wet. So it seems like a lot of the log flumes here in Great America like being on raised platforms like this, but not being, you know, themed like Knott's Berry Farm's log flume is, which I think could only help it. So they load you on either side here at Michigan's Adventure. And I like that. It means loading goes fast, and the line has gone fast. It's kind of cool how there's a huge like wall here, and then like the log flume's not so raised. So I guess at night when they stop running the ride, the water fills up that area in the middle there, which makes sense because the water needs someplace to go. And that middle area goes pretty far back this way too. So yeah, that log ride was just the amount of wet that we were looking for all trip so far. Chris was just like, yeah, I just got a little splash, you know, so it was perfect. I didn't get drenched. But yeah, it was a good log ride. Line wasn't too long, and it really only had one drop, but compared to the Wild Mouse coaster we waited an hour for, you know, this 15-minute wait was perfect. So we're on our way to do Shivering Timbers now. And it's this big coaster. So far this theme park has a good like country fair atmosphere to it. You know, it doesn't have the largest of rides or, you know, a huge amount, but you know, the rides they do have are fun. And it's a local population that comes and visits. You know, it doesn't seem to be, you know, out of towners too much. Please do not disturb the operator. So they do have lockers for your stuff on this ride, which is nice. So yeah, Shivering Timbers, that was a great ride.
Tons of up and down and up and down. That's like all it is for the most part.
It actually had the longest segment of just, you know, hills I've ever been on I think any roller coaster. And it makes sense because they have the land out here in Michigan because, you know, they have a lot of it and they have this huge straightway. And there's a huge amount of up and downs, and this is a great ride.
Yeah, and I like how at the top of the ups, you'd almost get a little bit of a free fall feel within your seat. You just feel that slight lift up on your body, and you're like, oh! And then you come back down, gravity's like, bam! So you stay down.
Why there wasn't an hour wait for this, whereas there's an hour wait for the Wild Mouse ride?
Yeah, makes no sense. Come enjoy this one.
In case you're wondering what the trash cans look like here at Michigan's Adventure, it just has a sign of Michigan's Adventure on it. They're not really that great. Normal trash cans. So they actually have bumper boats here. You can rent $3 for 3 minutes. But it looks like you have to wear a life vest. Which makes sense, you know, because it's a lake you're in. And it's kind of windy. Here's what the bumper boats look like. Just your average bumper boats. Doesn't look like there's any squirt gun on them like there are some parks. And this literally looks like a lake, not like some, you know, concrete pad filled in with water. There's dirt, there's algae, there's plants growing. This is actually a lake. Aw, they're nice enough to cover the soda machines so they don't get sunburned. Ooh, we have another view of the lake over here. You can see the swan boats in the background. Those are free, unlike the bumper boats. Over here, you have the Rocky Point Golf, which is an extra paid attraction. It's a miniature golf course on the water, which is kind of cool. As much as I hate paying for extra attractions, I might have to do that one. I imagine these lights are pretty amazing at night, just all lit up along the boardwalk. Oh, Crystal found something. Oh, you can apparently feed something. Feed the birds, maybe. Oh, there's this one. He knows where the food station is. Oh, he wants some food. So we're getting change to feed the swan. While Crystal's getting change, I'll show this arcade. So it's got high ceilings. It's got some machines in here that look kind of fun. This Ghostbusters one looks kind of fun. So we got our swan pellets. And we're feeding the swan. Be cool if there's a place where you can like hand feed them. Oh, he likes the food. Crystal likes feeding the food. Oh. He wants you to throw it in his mouth. Aim for his mouth. Oh, that was the closest one yet.
It's kind of contending with the wind.
Sorry, Swan, that's all the food for now. Okay, so now we can add swans to our list of theme park critters we have fed in the park. And you know, with permission, of course, because you're never supposed to feed wild animals. But here they have swan feeding trays, so I assume you're supposed to feed the swans.
Yeah, why else would they just have the food dispenser?
So we're at the water park now. And this looks kind of busy, busier than the theme park at least. So we're going over here to get some food. We're in the water park side of the theme park. So we got the works, which is everything. You got pulled pork on here, French fries, cheese, bacon. Oh my gosh, just look at the size of this. For comparison, here's Crystal's head, here's the fries. Just so you can see this comparison.
I'm confused. Does that mean I have a big head or a small head? Why is everything getting compared to my head?
Oh wow, let's dig in. How is it?
It's good. I'm not even normally really a pulled pork fan, but it's good.
It got real windy real fast and my napkin blew away. The lunch was delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm glad we walked over there to get those fries because it was amazing. And now we're going to try and do some water rides. Raft ride or like a plunge ride. So we decided to do Adventure Falls first, and it's way back in the back of the park, but it looks fun. Crystal wanted to show off this bench she found. It's pretty nice. It's got a covering and flowers. Yeah. So there was no one online for this, so yeah, that's amazing. It's a walk-on. And let's see if we can see the splashdown zone over here. Oh wow. So a supervisor actually says if you want to stay on this bridge for the splash, to hold on because the splash is forceful.
Please hold on to the rail.
Oh, yep. Oh wow. They got soaked up there. So yeah, we got medium soaked on this, but if you want to get super soaked, you stay up here. But this is a good ride. No wait is amazing. Moving on. They have one of these drop tower rope free fall thingies. Not certain what it's called, but yeah. They seem to have these in all Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks. Okay, we're gonna check out the queue for Thunderhawk now. Oh, I love how it goes over the queue so often like this. It's really like a compact ride, this one. I like that. Oh, you can see it going up over there. So it looks like Monday's the day to go to Michigan's Adventure, except for if you go on the Crazy Mouse ride, because this one is a walk-on as well. There's no line. Here's a better look. You can see that there's no one here. One second. So we just did Thunderhawk. It was an okay coaster. It rattled my ears a little bit too much for my liking. What about you?
Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble, but at least for me, once I figured out that it kept hitting mostly this side too, like I just kind of like pressed and held on this side, and I'm like, stay put, made it a little bit easier.
Okay, there's some solid advice. We're about to do the Grand Rapids. Yeah, that's what it's called, the Grand Rapids. There's a huge waterfall within like the first 15 feet of the ride that gets at least half the boat soaking wet. So I'll give you a thorough trip report that might be very wet after we go on it. See you then. So I got medium wet on the rapids. I could have gotten extra wet though, had I been unlucky and been underneath both of the waterfalls. There's actually 2 waterfalls on them, on the ride, where, you know, if you're underneath it, you're getting drenched. There's one guy and 2 unlucky kids who were underneath both waterfalls. So yeah, they were soaked. But yeah, it was a great rapids ride. Much better than some I've been on. It was a long one, which was very nice. It's time to do the Grand Rapids Junction Railroad. Well, it's actually the Timbertown Railroad, but we're at the Grand Rapids Junction Station.
Hey, you guys rolled that one. They play you that one, so you can take you.
So the train ride was fun. Couldn't really get any good shots because of the sun, but yeah, it's a good train ride. It's a miniature train. It wasn't a full train, but still fun. So Crystal got a slice of pizza. Just a cheese slice over here. It's an okay size. But then it also comes with a breadstick and marinara sauce. So how was that pizza?
Meh. It wasn't really so good. The cheese I think was okay. Sauce is pretty much non-existent, and the crust is awesome. That's like cardboard crust.
This is what the breadstick looks like, by the way.
Feels really hard. It's actually cheese filled.
Oh, that is cheese filled. That's actually a surprise. So it's a mozzarella stick. Oh, it does say it says mozzarella.
Oh, okay.
Mozzarella cheese. Oh, that's a surprise. And how is the cheese?
I'm not sure if that's cheese For real, it really tastes weird. And the bread part almost is a little more reminiscent of like, almost more like a bad croissant. It doesn't taste like normal like breadstick.
So I had a chance to try that breadstick too, and Crystal is right. It wasn't that great. Moving on. You can win a Jeep in a $55,000 sweepstakes. Okay, next up we're gonna try and do Wolverine Wildcat, which is actually the oldest wooden coaster in the park, I believe. I think it was built around the 1980s, 1988 maybe? Wolverine Wildcat. One important thing, shirts, shorts, and shoes are required for this ride. Ooh, we go underneath the tracks.
Connections are made. Becoming a part of something.
Doesn't look like there's a line at all. That looks nice. The only line we've really had today so far was the Wildcat ride. Okay, so Wolverine Wildcat can be summed up by one person we overheard leaving the ride, who said, I wouldn't want to be a pregnant woman on that ride. It was a very bumpy ride. It was very bumpy, it was very old. There's one part of the ride where it was skinned, where it was redone, where you could tell the wood was new, and that part was nice. And then the rest of it was very bumpy. So what do you think of Wildcat?
I think I could feed the fishes. You know what I mean? Don't eat and then go on that one. Not recommended. Other ones, sure. That one, no. No, no, no.
We are now headed right next to the log flume that we did earlier in the day. I think we're gonna do some antique cars now. So we're actually gonna try and do the bumper boats right now. Okay, so I got my vest, good to go. So, I think that was fun.
That was a lot of fun for me. I don't think I've done bumper boats since I was a kid, so I think that was my first time actually being in charge of driving it. So that was really fun.
Yeah, we both had a lot of fun. I think I splashed you a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely got him.
She did, yes, my shoes are a little wet. And then there's that one time I just did circles.
Yeah, so many circles. I thought he was crazy, but I joined in and it was fun.
It's kind of fun doing circles.
Yeah.
Moving on. After the bumper boats, we see some swans. I guess this is their swan cage. I don't know. Nope, they're breaking out. They're breaking out. They are escaping. They dug a hole in the wall and they're escaping. They're running for it. Oh my gosh, it's a jailbreak. They're all loose. The swans are loose. Oh, they're all escaping. Where's the guards when you need them? All the swans are gone. They're outside the walls now. They're free. Freedom! So here's a look at the golf course that they have here. Some of the holes look interesting. Others look kind of basic. But the theme overall on the outside of the courses looks kind of cool. Oh, I guess water usually runs over here. But for some reason it's off right now. I don't know if you can see, but that swan is still over there. He's been over there basically all morning just waiting for food. He's a smart cookie. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but there's actually a fish down there who's also smart, who likes staying near the food. I don't know if you can see him. He's kind of hard to see. I think there he is, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
He's not eating that piece. Okay, up next we're doing the swan boats. We're not sure if they close early. They might since it's on a lake. So we're gonna do it now before the sun sets. There is a small line for this, so this actually might take 20 minutes since there's only 1, 2, 4 active boats out there. So yeah, this actually might be the longest wait of the day. So we just did the Swans. It was full of peril, excitement, and danger, all at the same time. It was all rolled into one. I started it off with almost running into a concrete wall. I was going, what would you say, like 50 miles per hour?
About that.
Probably 50 miles per hour. I narrowly avoided it in time, and we almost backed up into the dock trying to escape the concrete wall that was coming right at us. It was attacking us, but we narrowly avoided it, and then we managed to go around the lake again.
Yeah, and we were supposed to basically parallel park, but we kind of perpendicular parked.
Oh yeah, we went into that reverse because we're expert boatsmen. So imagine like you're in driver's ed and you like whip the car around into the parking spot reverse. That's basically what we did. So we're experts. That's how amazing we are. But yeah, swan boat ride, lots of fun. So we might as well call this Michigan swan feeding because it's not Michigan's Adventure anymore. It's just Michigan swan feeding. But the swan seems happy with that.
Yeah.
So it looks like some other swans joined in for the fun. Those actually all look like baby swans right there. The 5. So you got like mom and dad and 5 baby swans. It's kind of adorable actually. Crystal just loves feeding them. Here's what they look like from above, just in case you're curious. And to compare the size of the swans, here's the swan, here's Crystal's head. Just so you can tell the size difference. After we finished feeding the swans, Crystal realized we still gotta do the petting zoo. And so we're racing over there to make sure it doesn't close, because that one actually might close before dark. Uh-oh. So it says 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The gates are closed. The petting zoo is closed. Oh, I think I see a tiny goat back there. It's like black. Luckily, there's a small petting portion here that's probably always open. They just aren't as cute. I mean, who would want to pet this? It looks like a rock. It's just non-existent. It's not moving at all. Is it just me, or does that like leash or collar around his neck look like a watch? Kind of looks like a watch, like one of those fancy watches that, you know, leather timepiece. We'll pet what we can. This baby goat will do. His name is Bones. That's Crystal. So we're gonna do these electric antique cars. Looks like good fun. This is what the awning looks like. So I'm not sure if you can see, I can see from here, but I'm not seeing any pedals. So I'm not sure you actually get to control the speed of the car. It looks like it's all controlled, you know, via ride operator. It does look like there's a tiny knob over here where you actually control the horn, because I hear people, you know, honking the horn. So you do have control over the horn, it looks like. So Bebop Alley, you actually can't control the speed, but you can't control the steering wheel and the horn.
You get a horn!
Mm-hmm. Autotopia, you don't get a horn. So this is almost better than Autotopia. Almost. Right next to Bebop Alley is Zack Zoomer. Our next roller coaster of the evening. It's a kiddie wooden coaster. And there's like no people in line for it, so perfect. So Zack Zoomer, fun little wooden kiddie coaster.
It's still old, it's still from the 90s, so it wants like shake you.
Okay, moving on. Okay, we're off to do corkscrew. And I think this is very similar to the one that we had at Silverwood that we rode on. Wow, it's powered by boat motors. That's pretty fun. Ooh, it was a walk-on for us. So there isn't too much to say about corkscrew. You just do a corkscrew twice. Isn't that right, Crystal?
And you get stopped very abruptly.
Yes.
This one swear. I had to be like, yeah, language.
So in case you have a refillable mug, you can go to one of these refill stations and they just scan your code and you can refill it with whatever you want. I think Cedar Fair is every 15 minutes you're allowed to refill, so keep that in mind. Just don't down it all at once at lunch thinking you can get one immediately. You have to wait 15 minutes. So Crystal's taking me to the Big Dipper. Apparently it's another roller coaster that I didn't even see on the map. Oh, it's hidden back here. Oh, it's definitely another kiddie one. So what do you think of the Big Dipper?
I liked it. It was kind of funny how the ride attendant was saying, like, it's really good if you need to crack your back. Because of the way in which it really, like, flips you side to side, kind of. Like, the first one's the worst, but after that it gets really kind of gentle, I think.
Okay, so we just have 1 hour left before the park closes. We're going to try and do 3 rides. We're going to try and do the swing ship. We're going to try and do the log flume again. And last but not least, the Ferris wheel.
And maybe if it actually gets dark, I would love to redo our very first coaster.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool too.
Shivering Timbers or something like that. But I forgot because it's Michigan. You're so far north and then so far west in the time zone. It stays light here pretty late. So I don't know if we're gonna see the dark.
As we head towards the swing ship, we see the log flume. Not much of a splash. So we're walking along this path to the Sea Dragon, this swinging ship. To give you perspective of where it is, it's right next to the Wolverine cat ride. So we're off of the swinging ship, Sea Dragon, and there's a cool fountain over there to the right. I was just asking Crystal if Disney had a swinging pirate ship like that, and she said no. And you know, I have to agree with her. I can't think of Disney having one, but if they happen to have one somewhere, let me know down in the comments because I'm curious if they actually have an operating swinging ship. Okay, we're doing another ride of Shivering Timbers. So it's kind of interesting, in the queue, well, on the ride vehicle, somebody actually got stuck. So they pushed down their restraint too far. And it's one of those restraints where you actually have to push it down, then up to release it. And so they had to bring 2 mechanics onto the ride to, you know, actually like unscrew it. So that was kind of interesting. That delayed it like by 15 minutes. But everyone was safe, so that's what matters. You can see the park clearing out. It's almost closing time. 28 minutes countdown. We're gonna do Loggers Run right now. And of course, there's no queue. It's a walk on. So we just did the Ferris wheel. And while we're in line, one of the ride attendants got me. And how he got me was, I was waiting in line. He's like, oh, hey, sir, your sock's untied. And I looked down. He got me good. On the way out of the Ferris wheel, I tried to get an employee who's coming in to do like some supervisor check thing. I was like, hey, your sock's untied. Stone cold, nothing. I tried. So we're making our way out of the park right now. We're gonna stop by and see if we can use our dining pass. We haven't used it yet, and we're kind of hungry. Maybe we can get something? Everybody's filling up on their soda before they go home for the night. So we didn't have the chance to eat at this Coasters drive-in, but they have two really old cars outside of the shop. They have 56 Chevy over here, and not sure what that one is, but kind of old. Okay, so we're back where we started, but the day is over now. We had a full day here at Michigan's Adventure, basically from when they opened to after they closed.
Yeah, and I loved every minute of it. I kept telling him how much I love this park. You know, if you're a major coaster enthusiast, this might not be the best one for you, but I love all the greenery, and I love places that give you a little more of that smaller hometown feel, and you get that here.
You got that feel exactly there. It is probably like 95% locals. It felt like everybody was so friendly too.
Yeah.
That part was nice. I wish we had more time to do their water park, but yeah, we managed to do every single coaster. We did a couple of rides twice. But all in all, it is a fun trip here, out here to Michigan.
Yeah. The one thing that I would say though is that like the food can be hit or miss. Most of the theme parks, it seems like it's kind of standard, like it's either pretty good or pretty bad. This one was all over the place. Definitely recommend their like fries over like the snack shack area over the water park.
Yeah.
One of the best things ever. That was so great.
So good. Yeah. I can't say anything else about this park. They had some good rides. But yeah, tomorrow we're off to Cedar Point. So I'm super excited about that. It's another Cedar Fair owned park.
Yeah, that one's like coaster capital basically from what we've heard.
A lot of coasters. Anyways, see you then.